Hey YouTube, it's me Tiffany and I'm here for a long overdue update. Um, as you can tell from the title, we've had a lot going on and that's why I haven't updated recently. But I'm just going to jump right in and kind of explain what's happened and where we are today. So my last update was at 11 to 12 weeks. I believe I was 12 weeks and I just did my 11 to 12 week update all in one video. And I think I mentioned in that video that we would be going to an elective ultrasound at 13 weeks, 4 days on August 10th. So that was the appointment that Mandy's sister and my mom were both supposed to attend. Well, that day came and neither of them could come, so it was just going to be me and Mandy, which we were okay with. We thought maybe we'd be able to find out the gender and we wouldn't have to hide it, and so we were kind of excited that it was just going to be us, and we were going to go to her sister's house at the end of the ultrasound and kind of show her and whatnot. So anyways, we went there, and the ultrasound tech, as soon as she put the wand on my belly, she said, "I don't want to scare you, but there's fluid on the back of the baby's neck, and I'm going to need to call your doctor and let him know." So I was like, okay. And then I tried to ask her questions, but she couldn't really answer because she's not a doctor. So we just didn't really want to get too worked up about it. We were hoping it was nothing, or that she's just not used to doing ultrasounds at this time in pregnancy and that it was normal. But we were just hoping for the best and waiting on the doctor. So my doctor called that Monday and we set up an appointment for that Friday, August 16th, and just to kind of do an ultrasound and to see what the tech saw. So we went in that Friday on August 16th, and he did indeed see the fluid on the back of the baby's neck and said that there was quite a bit and it was abnormal. He said that it was what's called a cystic hygroma, which is like a water tumor, and it went on the baby's head and neck. So he referred us to a specialist, and he wanted to do some blood work and kind of see if it was a chromosomal abnormality, which was highly likely with the cystic hygroma. So he referred us to a specialist about an hour away, and that appointment was set for August 26th, where I would be 15 weeks and 6 days. So we went into that appointment. It was a really, really long appointment, and they did a really in-depth ultrasound. And the tech didn't really say much to us, except she did tell us the gender, and I'm going to go ahead and say it because I know I'm going to say it at some point in this video. So she told us that the baby is a girl, and at that point we were hoping for a boy because one of the main chromosomal abnormalities that could happen with the cystic hygroma is Turner syndrome. So we were like, well, if it's a boy, then that rules that out because only girls can have Turner syndrome. At that point, that's what we were thinking. So anyways, we were like, okay, well, Turner syndrome isn't ruled out, but that's okay. You know, she didn't really tell us anything else. So the doctor came in a little bit later, and she explained that the cystic hygroma was very large, and it was not only on the back of the baby's head and neck, it was also around her abdomen and down. It's like her head, her neck, her back, and around her abdomen. And there was also fluid buildup in her lungs, and I believe she said heart and brain. She said that there was a lot of fluid, and it was considered fetal hydrops. So we knew that with fetal hydrops and a hygroma that's usually 100% fatal. So it was really hard news to get. We were still hoping for the best, but she basically offered us termination, or that we could wait and see what the blood work says and kind of go from there. So we decided that we wanted to wait and see what the blood work said. It had already been drawn and it should have been in soon after that. So then my blood work was due to be in somewhere around August 30th. And I had another appointment with my doctor on September 4th. So August 30th came and I called, and they said that they had gotten a fax from the company that did the blood work that said that my blood needed additional processing and it was going to take 7 to 9 more days. So The doctor said that that was abnormal, like he's never heard of that, but he thinks that maybe they had found something and they wanted to confirm. So we were going to continue to wait, and our appointment was on September 4th, and the blood work should have been in around then. So we went in on September 4th, and we had another ultrasound just at our doctor's office, not with the specialist, and we got to see her, and she was moving around, and her heartbeat was 148, which is a good heartbeat. And the blood work had come back, but it said that there was a processing error and they weren't able to get the results. So basically we knew nothing, and they wanted to redraw blood. So we got blood drawn again on September 4th and made an appointment for September 19th, which is on this Thursday. So we've been waiting for the blood work to come back, and so I called on Monday, and the nurse said that they had gotten another fax that says that, again, my blood needs more time to process, and it was going to take an additional 7 to 9 days. So with that answer, we figured it's probably going to come back that there's a processing error again. And that could be, I talked to the genetic specialist, and he said, or the genetic counselor, and he said that could be because my placenta is not producing enough of the material that they need to test. And then the nurse said that it could be that I don't have enough fetal DNA in my blood. So we're thinking that the blood tests are not going to work, and so our only other option is to do an amniocentesis. We're not comfortable at this point in doing an amnio because of the risk involved, so we're kind of just in like a wait and see period. We've been told with her condition that it is likely that her heart can stop beating at any time, and they basically said that she has a 1 to 2% chance of survival of this pregnancy. If it is, I've done lots of research since we found all this out, and now that I know it's a girl, I'm really kind of hoping it's Turner's. I know that's ironic because that's what we were trying to rule out to begin with, but I hope that it's Turner syndrome because I have found, I think, 6 cases now of little girls with Turner syndrome who have survived Hydrops and Hygroma. And I know it's only 6 cases, and I know it's a far stretch, and there's far more babies that don't make it, but it does give me some hope to read those stories. So I've been reading a lot of those stories over and over. And at this point, her heart is still beating, and she's still in there, and I'm 19 weeks pregnant today. So we're just kind of hoping for the best and taking it day by day. There's a good chance that she can make it, and if she has Turner syndrome, basically that means that instead of, like, most girls have 2 X chromosomes and boys have XY, and a girl with Turner syndrome only has 1 X. It might not be in all her cells, but like in some cells she might have 2 X's, in some cells she might have 1. But the hardest part of Turner's is surviving the pregnancy. Once they usually get through that, sometimes girls have some heart defects and other things that go along with it, but most of them live long and healthy lives with just fertility problems and possible heart problems and stuff like that. So it's really like she can live a full and healthy life with Turner syndrome. So now that's kind of what we're hoping for, and that's really what the genetic counselor and my doctor think it is with everything that's happening. So at this point, we are looking at a 1 to 2% survival rate of this baby. We have named her. Her name is Kaylin Marie. And I guess I'm asking for all the thoughts and the prayers from everyone in my YouTube family. I know a lot of you have been asking about me and where I've been and why I've been doing updates. And we've just had a lot of going on, and it's a lot to process. But hopefully everything will work out. It's going to be a really scary pregnancy either way. If her heart does stop beating, then I will be induced and have to birth her. So I am going to try to continue to make as many videos as possible and keep you updated. if I don't physically like get in front of the camera, I'll type something up and just let y'all see something, because I know a lot of you have been asking. And I know that y'all are a good support system, and I just ask for your prayers and your thoughts for our family right now. We have a lot going on, and I'm getting a new camera. It should be in the mail sometime or it should be here sometime this week. It's already in the mail. So hopefully that means I can do more kind of vlogs and stuff like that. But anyways, just pray for us, and that's my update for now, and I will be back hopefully sooner than later. And thanks again for all the comments and messages about where I've been. I'm sorry that it's taken me this long to this update, but there it is. Now you have it. And I will be back as soon as I know more, or just to update you in a week or so. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.